Do you ever wonder what would happen if you gave up alcohol, social media, or smoking? Sober October is a life-altering 31 days where you set challenges for yourself and get rid of those bad habits by going cold turkey and finding a path to a healthier, more productive life. The month of October is nearly here. Now's the time to start thinking, what will you be giving up for this month? A few years ago, I decided to set myself a Sober October challenge. I got this idea after listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and I thought that would be an interesting idea to set myself up with a few challenges on my own. So for my first Sober October, not only did I give up alcohol, as the name suggests, but I also gave up other things I enjoyed, such as coffee, food with added sugar, and also some things that I thought were taking up a lot of my free time or were overwhelming, which were listening to music or podcast and watching Netflix or YouTube or any videos at all. To be honest, it did seem like a lot to give up for a whole month, but I did feel like I needed some silence in my life, like a hard reset, as I felt overwhelmed by the constant stream of information going into my brain, the lack of peace, and also the lack of awareness for the present moment. I find that during the Sober October challenge I'd set for myself, I had so much more free time. At first, I would just sit around being bored, finding anything to fill the time, picking up the guitar, playing a few songs I knew, leaving the house and going for a walk without my phone, or even sometimes just sit in the garden being lost in my thoughts. It was a difficult time, to say the least, removing those habits you developed over time that have now been ingrained into your life. So by the end of the first week, I no longer had a craving for coffee, and my need to watch YouTube had dwindled away. I was playing guitar a lot more and reading more than I ever did before. As the second week passed by, I felt like I needed to fill my time with something a bit more productive, and a friend of mine had been going on at me about joining a jiu-jitsu class. And since I had so much free time, I decided to book myself a free trial. And from that first class, I found the thing I needed to offer me fulfillment, a goal to pursue, and an increased level of fitness. During this month, there were times where it became difficult not to let myself down. I would go out to pubs or to parties and stay sober while my friends were drinking. The environment did feel weird at first, but I was always happy with the decision I made the morning after, avoiding the inevitable hangover everyone else was now suffering with. I would say the two hardest things for me to give up were watching YouTube and listening to music or podcasts. At the time, I had a routine of coming home from work, sitting out on the veranda, phone in my hand, just watching hours of YouTube, and the endless library of YouTube can keep you hacked and lose track of all your time. I would also always listen to music or podcasts when I'm driving, which includes my hour to an hour and a half commute each day, and also when I would do mundane chores, such as cleaning or grocery shopping, something like that. I'd always be listening to music or podcast. Having not listened to music for a whole month did give me a slight annoyance towards music when I started to bring it back into my life. And I feel like it never really gave me that satisfaction it did before, at least for the first few months after the Sober October challenge. I realized I would use music to fill a void, to fill the silence, or even change my mood. Now I see music as something I can enjoy when I want to, not something I need to distract me from my thoughts. So this year I have a few different things I'd like to give up for the month of October. The main one for me is playing the PlayStation. Over the past few months, I've spent a good amount of my free time playing Call of Duty, and I can noticeably see that it's affecting my productivity, and I don't have the time to spend on the things I need to be spending time on. Other things I'll be giving up will include drinking coffee, not eating food with added sugar, not listening to music or podcasts, not watching YouTube videos, same as before really. I will still be using YouTube to upload videos, but I will not be consuming content. It will just be for production means only. I do believe that this challenge I'm setting for myself will help me find more time to be more productive and also produce higher quality content, and also to help me improve my video editing skills. There are heaps of ideas for challenges you can set yourself. Some of the ones you may want to try have already been mentioned. I will leave a list of all the ideas mentioned in this video in the description below. Also, some other things you could try could include giving up smoking, also giving up reading or watching the news, especially with all the coronavirus doom and gloom being fed to us every single day. Give up on wearing makeup or cut down on the makeup you do use. Giving up a particular social media app you feel like you're using too much, or even giving up social media altogether. There are endless possibilities. It all depends on your individual circumstances, and who knows what you'll find for yourself to fill all this free time you have. Maybe it could be learning a language, spending more time with your family and friends, or even learning about yourself on your own mind through meditation. So many of the things you'll choose to give up will lead to positive benefits. Giving up alcohol can offer you that extra clarity. Giving up social media may stop you from checking your phone at night before bed, which will improve your sleep and overall improve your mental health. You'll soon understand the relationship you have with these things and be able to see if they're causing a positive or negative effect in your life. There are so many studies that are being done about giving up smoking or alcohol, so I suggest you check them out for yourself, do some extra research and look into the side effects, positive and negative, and work out what's best for yourself. If this seems like a lot, then maybe this year you can start with something small and see for yourself the effects of doing a sober October, and maybe next year you can aim for bigger things. Also, just a quick tip from my personal experience. If you are going to be giving up coffee, I would recommend to slowly decrease your intake over the course of about a week before cutting it out completely. This is mainly to avoid those inevitable withdrawal headaches. One other thing, don't forget to share your plans and goals with people that are close to you, people that can support you. They'll be able to help you stay accountable and keep you on track with your goals. So I'd like to say thanks for your time, guys, and I wish you the best in completing your own Sober October challenges. And I'd like to see what things you're giving up this October. So do leave your comments below to share what you're doing, or if you'd like to give others some ideas of what they can do. So that's all for this one. If you have time, please check out a few of my other videos. And if you'd like to stay up to date with these, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.